So what he got. All right, we're going to finish up Tim describing income autopilot, and A being for automation. Right? We talked about step 2, brainstorm. Main benefits should be encapsulated in one sentence. That's huge. It should cost the customer $50 to $200 retail price point. It should take no more than 3 to 4 weeks to manufacture. It should be fully explainable in a good online FAQ. That's what we're going to pick up today. Like I said, that's sort of the last thought in that step 2 thing. Here's what I really screwed up in my product choice with Brain Quicken. Even though ingestibles have enabled my NR life, New Rich, which is still irks me, but whatever, is free life. Let's replace NR with free. Even though it enabled my free life, or life of freedom, lifestyle, free lifestyle, I would not wish them on anyone. Why not? You get 1,000 questions from every customer. Can I eat bananas with your product? Will it make me fart during dinner? On and on, ad nauseum. I fart during dinner regardless of what I eat or supplements I take. Choose a product that you can fully explain in a good online frequently asked questions, FAQ. If not, the task of traveling and otherwise forgetting about work becomes very difficult, or you end up spending a fortune on call center operators. Understanding these criteria, a question remains. How does one obtain a good Muse product that satisfies them? There are 3 options we'll cover in ascending order of recommendation. So first he's going to start with resell. And then once again, even just glancing ahead at that yesterday, I recommended that too. I think it's a great starting point when you don't have to go through the extra work of having to manufacture and deal with a manufacturer. Just sell something that's already made, in my humble opinion. Purchasing an existing product at wholesale and reselling it is the easiest route, but also the least profitable. It is the fastest to set up, but the fastest to die off due to price competition with other resellers. The profitable lifespan of each product is short, unless an exclusivity agreement prevents others from selling it. Reselling is, however, an excellent option for secondary back-end products. Back-end products are products sold to customers once the sales of a primary product has been made. iPod covers and car GPS systems are 2 examples. These products can have lower margins because there is no advertising cost to acquire the customer. There you go. They can be sold to existing customers or cross-sold to new customers online or on the phone. Cross-selling is selling a related product to a customer while they're still on the phone or in an online shopping cart after the sale of a primary product has been made. For a full marketing and direct response glossary, visit 4hourblog.com. So I call that an upsell. What he calls cross-selling is an upsell. Remember I mentioned if you sell silk pajamas online and they buy pajamas at checkout, you pop up sleeping masks, to cover your eyes, or a machine that plays sounds of the ocean, things having to do with pajamas, and you try to cross-sell or upsell them at the time of checkout, and just, hey, you've already made a purchase decision. It's easier to get that person to click another button and make another purchase, right? All in the same order. And then, save on shipping, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. There's a lot of reasons to do that. To purchase at wholesale, use these steps. Contact the manufacturer and request a wholesale price list. Generally 40% off of retail and terms. How long do you have to pay? There's something called net 30, net 60, net 90, which means you have 90 days to pay, right, for the product. So you can get the product from them, advertise it, sell it to somebody, receive the money, and then pay for the item. That's awesome. If a business tax ID number is needed, print out the proper forms from your state Secretary of State, from your state's Secretary of State website, and file for an LLC, which I prefer, or similar protective business structure for $100 to $200. In Florida, it's $99 to incorporate an LLC. Do not purchase product until you have completed step 3 in the next chapter. It is enough at this point to confirm the profit margin and have product photos and sales literature. That's reselling. Not much more to it. See? That's one paragraph. That's why I think you should start with that. It's easy. It's not as profitable as the next ones we're going to get into, but, once again, how much money do you need to change your life? Probably not, You don't need to make $80,000 a month to change your life, right? Option 2, license a product. I not only use all the brains that I have, but all that I can borrow. Woodrow Wilson. Okay? Some of the world's best known brands and products have been borrowed from someone or somewhere else. The basis for the energy drink Red Bull came from tonic in Thailand. Who knew? From a tonic, in Thailand. And the Smurfs were brought from Belgium. Pokemon came from the land of Honda in Japan. The band Kiss made millions in record and concert sales, but the real profit has been in licensing, granting others the right to produce hundreds of products with their name and image in exchange for a percentage of the sales. Yeah, they have like Kiss lunch boxes and Kiss posters and Kiss little dolls and stuff like that. There are 2 parties involved in a licensing deal. A member of the new rich could be either. First, there is the inventor of the product, called the licensor, who can sell others the right to manufacture, use, or sell his or her product, usually for 3 to 10% of the wholesale price. Usually around 40% off of retail is the wholesale price. So for 3 to 10% of the wholesale price, they can license the product and have the right to manufacture the product. For each unit sold. Invent, let someone else do the rest, and cash checks. Not a bad model. This licensing is, however, deal-making intensive on both sides and a science unto itself. Creative contract negotiation is essential. Most readers will run into problems if it's their first product. For real-world case studies on both sides, ranging from Teddy Ruxpin to Tybo. Remember that? Billy Blanks and Tybo? That was a thing. Dude made some money. And full agreements with actual dollar amounts, visit 4hourblog.com. Pretty good resource. He put a lot of stuff on that website. From how to sell inventions without prototypes or patents to how to secure rights to products as a no-name beginner, it's all there. The economics are fascinating and the profits can be astounding. In the meantime, we will focus on the least complicated and most profitable option open to most people, product creation. Where are we at? 809. All right. Option 3. Oh, this goes on for a long time. Fuck it. We'll go for it. Full speed ahead. Option 3. Create a product. Creation is a better means of self-expression than possession. It is through creating, not possessing, that life is revealed. Very interesting take. Vita D. Scudder, The Life of Spirit in the Modern English Poets. Like it. Creating a product is not complicated. Create sounds more involved than it actually is. If the idea is a hard product, an invention, it is possible to hire mechanical engineers or industrial designers on 4hourblog/elance, or just go to elance.com. You don't need to go through him, to develop a prototype based on your description of its function and appearance, which is then taken to a contract manufacturer. If you find a generic or stock product made by a contract manufacturer that can be repurposed or positioned for a special market, it's even easier. Have them manufacture it, stick a custom label on it for you. You have private branding or private label, they call that, which a lot of, like Walmart, right? They have Great Value, I think it's called, is the Walmart brand. That's made for them by somebody in China, and they just put Great Value brand on it, but it's manufactured by somebody elsewhere and shipped to the States. If you find a generic stock product, special market, even manufacture it, stick a custom label, and presto, new product. This latter example is often referred to as private labeling. There you go. Have you ever seen a massage therapist's office with its own line of vitamin products? Or the Kirkland brand at Costco? Private labeling in action. It is true that we'll be testing market response without manufacturing, but if the test is to be successful, manufacturing is the next step. This means we need to keep in mind setup costs, per unit costs, and order minimums. Innovative gadgets and devices are great, but often require special tooling, which makes the manufacturing startup cost too expensive to meet our criteria. Putting mechanical devices aside and forgetting about welding and engineering, there is one class of product that meets all our criteria, has a manufacturing lead time of less than a week in small quantities, and often permits not just an 8 time markup, but a 20 to 50 time markup. They call it 50x, 20x, 50x markup. Wow. No, not heroin or slave labor. Too much bribing and human interaction required. He's got an interesting sense of humor. Information. Information products are low cost, fast to manufacture, and time consuming for competitors to duplicate. Consider that the top selling non-information infomercial products, whether exercise equipment or supplements, have a useful lifespan of 2 to 4 months before imitators flood the market. I studied economics in Beijing for 6 months and observed firsthand how the latest Nike sneaker or Callaway golf club could be duplicated and on eBay within a week of first appearing on the shelves in the U.S. This is not an exaggeration, and I am not talking about a look-alike product. I mean an exact duplicate for 1/20th of the cost. That's how China got all that damn money. Information, on the other hand, is too time-consuming for most knockoff artists to bother with when there are easier products to replicate. It's easier to circumvent a patent than to paraphrase an entire course to avoid copyright infringement. 3 of the most successful television products of all time, all of which have spent more than 300 weeks on the infomercial top 10 bestseller list, reflect the competitive and profit margin advantage of information products. No down payment, Carlton Sheets. There you go, real estate, how to do real estate. Attacking Anxiety and Depression, Lucinda Bassett. Personal Power, Tony Robbins. So self-improvement stuff and money, how to make money in real estate, are huge information sellers. I know from conversations with the principal owners of one of the above products that more than $65 million worth of information moved through their doors in 2002. Their infrastructure consisted of fewer than 25 in-house operators. The rest of the infrastructure, ranging from media purchasing to shipping, was outsourced. Their annual revenue per employee is more than $2.7 million. Incredible. On the opposite end of the market size spectrum, I know a man who created a low-budget how-to DVD for less than $200 and sold it to owners of storage facilities who wanted to install security systems. It's hard to get more niche than that. In 2001, selling DVDs that cost $2 to duplicate for $95 a piece through trade magazines, he made several $100,000 with no employees. And there we go. We'll end it there. But I'm not an expert. Yeah, we'll pick that up tomorrow. I'm sure we're at the 15-minute mark, maybe more, 13-minute mark. Good enough. All right, that's it for today. Listen to the different choices, the different options, licensing, manufacturing, reselling, and do what you feel. If you feel like you want to make a product, make a product. Don't let me stop you. I think it's the easiest thing to do is reselling, and I think if it's easy, you're more likely to do it and stick with it and be successful at it. There's nothing that says you can't do multiple products here, right? So start an online business and then, do everything that we're talking about here, see it through, get it running, and start another one. Maybe the second one you do a manufacturing deal or a licensing deal. A little bit more complicated, a little bit more upfront costs that you can use the profit from the first business to do. All right, y'all be good.